It's time for a chatty ramble, aka a chamble. So much to discuss. Firstly, the hair. Secondly, I've been writing in my journal again. For example, need to discuss the beginning of this. Take up your space. You are allowed to be in the world, in whatever way you need to. It goes on a little bit further. We'll tell you that in a minute. We'll hide my actual journaling. No one wants to see that. You don't have to sort it all out at once. There isn't an end girl. There isn't an end girl, but there isn't an end goal. Lots to be discussed. Plus, I've actually also downloaded some suggested jingles for the Chambles. For example, first one. There are 15 I'll play throughout my chat. Good. That was from. That was based obviously on the Miranda theme tune. That was by Jen Graham. More and on, there are some brilliant ones, by the way. Stay tuned. The hair. It's a good look, isn't it? Here, ready for a screen grab? You ready? Thank you. It's basically, I have very fine hair, and without any products, the limpness happens. Plus, just having not been able to have it cut, it's gone a sort of 70s. It's my attempt at sort of Chrissy Hind. Oh, hang on, that sort of weirdly works. I'm enjoying that sort of bed head sitch. We'll do that for a bit. Now, I've got a little erection there. Insert your own jokes with the iPhone thing. This to be discussed. I just put a post-it on there because this is happening on the brush shelf. Little olive oil stain there. At least it was healthy, at least it was an oil, at least it was olive oil. I mean, any other person might have changed their clothing, not me. Can't be asked. Bung a post-it on the brush shelf. Let's do another chingle. Chingle for the Chamble. Let's see what this one is. Chatty ramble, jingle for a chat. Oh, quite short. Okay, nice. That was from Tessa Josephina. I now really want to do another one already. This is from Red and... Oh! Chatty ramble. They've used my voice, very clever. Chamble at the end. Oh, that's a contender, isn't it? So you've got a bit of edge. Not sure the edge is very meat. Get a sneeze. Excuse me, hay fever, not anything sinister. That's from Red and Howling Music. Oh, someone who actually knows their music. Should we play it again, just for the fun? I'm getting in the vibe already. Where's it going? I don't think it's very me. I mean, you know, with the sort of rock star hair. Chamble. Nice. Loving your work. Just too excited. Need to do one more.
Ratty chatty rambles, chatty ratty rambles, ratty chatty rambles, Miranda Chamble, Chambles.
Nice.
Or I could do it in American accent. Ratty chatty rambles, chatty ratty. Okay, let me know if you like this.
Oh.
Ratty chatty rambles, Miranda Chamble, Chambles.
Sort of,
Rambles.
I love this man, but it's sort of the same. Whether it was an American accent or then it was like, let's try a different one. It was sort of the same thing. But I loved him. Could marry you, whoever you are. You're delightful. Once more, then I'll talk about what I just... Oh, another person.
Time to have a little chatty ramble with Miranda Hart. Time to have what some may call a chamble.
It's like Victoria Wood.
Now it's it's time to start Chamble.
Oh, look at your sweet, lovely little smile at the end. Oh my gosh, who was that? Ellie Quayle. Ellie Quayle music. Amazing. You had a sort of Victoria Woodcock. I've just noticed my hair. Anyway, more Chingles coming. I'm going for the. I thought there was something in my hat. I'm going to put a hat back on. That's what the Chambles are all about. They need a hat, and it's hot outside, so we're going for the cricket. How do you wear these hats? Cricket hat, umpire hat. It's better. Right. Excuse me, I don't have the tissue in the hay fever situation. So sexy. Stains. The angle of the breasts, let's hide them. I'm very chatty and rambly today. Wowzers. Who's still here? Hi, Mum. Oh my god, that's so funny. I literally still didn't see that it was recording. So did it look like I just died then? Because I literally thought, oh my god, it's not been recording. So I just, hilarious. It is still recording, I'm back. See, and my rule is I'm not allowed to edit the Chambles, otherwise it's so want to edit that gormless moment of, oh, it's not recording. The quality of the last 6.5 minutes has been so strong, I'll never get that back again. I can't believe it hasn't been recording. That's what was on my mind. It was the opposite of almost like maybe I could save myself and not show the world the last 5 minutes. Right, this is what I wrote this morning when I was journaling. Take up your space. You are allowed to be in the world whatever way you need to. You do not have to be a certain way. You do not have to meet expectations of being confident or jolly or being invulnerable or in control. If you don't feel any of those things, you don't need to pretend to be them. You are allowed to be scared, sad, vulnerable and out of control. That's what came out this morning. And I think it was interesting to write down the word expectations of being confident or jolly or being invulnerable or in control, because there is that sense, isn't there, that when we go to a party, when we go out, when we go to work, when we're just in a family situation that's, or friends that might even be close but is sort of one beyond your real nearest and dearest who see you warts and all. Not actual warts, but maybe. Sorry. Then there is that sort of expectation of, or there can be, that we put upon ourselves. Go, I must be in a good mood, you know, I must appear confident, I must show off my best side, I must, you know, not be too needy or ask for help or kind of ruin the vibe if I'm feeling a bit sad, or I must present in a certain way, I must present really strong and together, and what a load of bullshit. I know people say BS these days to avoid saying the word shit, but fuck that. Because it is bullshit. It's, you know, when did these rules start coming in? And actually the minute people are vulnerable and real and authentic, you just love them so much more. Once again, if you haven't heard of Brené Brown, get thee to Brené Brown's work about vulnerability. But of her TED talk saying that she had a breakdown when she realised that vulnerability was the route to connection and to loving, that actually when you are hard to help or when you don't show weakness or sadness or fear, then you're very hard to really love and really connect with. So I don't know when it started that we were sort of not meant to show emotions and repress everything and present a perfect side of ourselves, a socially acceptable side, and then we crumble at home. But you know, I reminded myself this morning that emotional intelligence isn't a sort of academic wisdom, or isn't a sort of understanding of how to help people, or a kind of real knowledge of reading lots of books from science to spiritual or whatever, on holistic well-being. Or emotional intelligence is understanding that in every day are all emotions, and emotional intelligence is being able to be sad, knowing that that is part of being a human, and you just allow it and let it move through, and that in half an hour you might be laughing. You know, emotional intelligence is accepting the ups and downs of life and humanity, and forgive the plastic bottle, it's in the situation I'm now in, where it's unavoidable, briefly. So yeah, that's what emotional intelligence is feeling that anger, and instead of going, I'm not meant to feel angry, you know, that's socially not acceptable, what does that say about me, am I a terrible person, or is this some trauma, no, I'll save that for a therapy session, I'll save that for a really safe friend. No, you're allowed to express your anger. And as you may know, the scientific community has taught us that if you feel an emotion and just allow yourself to feel it, it moves through the body, because an emotion is energy in motion in the body. It moves through the body in 90 seconds. When it goes on longer than that, it's because you're attaching thought to it, negative thought about it. I shouldn't be having this, what does this mean? I'm scared of this anger. This means that I'm a terrible person, I shouldn't be having this anger, whatever. That means it doesn't move through the body just as a moment of anger, which as a human you're allowed. You know, even the greatest spiritual teachers were angry. Jesus was angry. Righteous anger is allowed. So, and the goodness only knows there's not enough stuff to be angry about. So that's my first thing, is not to present a perfect you, this so-called perfect you. Be all the ups and downs in each day. And I suppose following on from that, get this, or let's do a little Chingle in between, because I've nearly finished. We did the lovely bearded man, and then we did the lovely woman who reminded me of Victoria Wood. Ellie, she's awesome. Okay, this one.
Here we go. A one, a two,
Oh.
a 1, 2, 3, 4. Take a little chatty, 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 chatty. Add a little rumble, 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 rumble. Mix it with Miranda, never quite so random. Prepare yourself for Chambles with Miranda.
Okay, yeah. My feedback to that is, Daisy, fly with me. You're awesome. I love you. But the standards were quite high because there was already instruments, there was already mixing. So your clicking, however fabulous, should have played you first and you would have appeared better. But I love you.
Miranda's Chamble.
Ooh.
Miranda's Chamble. Miranda's Chamble.
Ooh.
Miranda's Chamble. It's
Ooh.
Miranda.
It's gone a bit musical.
It's Miranda.
It's gone quite Britain's Got Talent
It's
audition.
Miranda.
It's a powerful voice, isn't it?
Miranda's Chamble.
I mean, no offence with the ear blocking, it's just that I'm quite close to the speaker. Moving swiftly on. It's a bit calmer. There's lots of variety in these. I feel this is potentially more me than the Beats one earlier, but we've had a real gambit. What a beautiful piece of classical Chingle is that? I don't know who that's from, but look at their... Oh, they've disappeared. Look at their sexy photo, please. Loving it. Okay, there's about 6 more to show you in a minute, but let me just read this. I mean, committing to the post-it note. You don't have to sort it all out at once. I think that was very much, I wrote that for myself, because I've just had this feeling of some things in my life that I wish were sorted now, and then I could be who I wanted to be and feel free and completely peaceful and solid, and yeah, I just need that to be sorted, and then it's all going to be fine, and then there'll be no problems thereafter. Familiar with that? There isn't an end goal. It's all unfolding day by day. And if there's always darkness in each day until you die, that is okay. Because it doesn't mean there won't also be fun, joy, beauty, wonder, goodness, kindness, purpose. You just may have to look for those things. That's the courageous act. But yeah, again, going back to emotional intelligence, that if you accept there's always darkness in each day, or there can be, or there might be, and be open and curious to that, not terrified and thinking that makes you lesser, or weirder, or anxious. You know, we mustn't pathologise difficult emotions or anxiety. Sometimes we need to, but a lot of the time anxiety comes as just part of being a human being. And fear and embarrassment and awkwardness and cringiness and all that daily shizzle. But even if your day contains disappointment, despair, hopelessness, pressure, stress, exhaustion, that actually even in that, even if you're kind of housebound or bedbound with that in a day or week or year, that there is always, that doesn't mean there isn't the joy, the beauty, the wonder, the goodness, the kindness, the purpose, but it does mean you have to be courageous and you have to look for it. Organise me a national applause. That's all I'm asking. Just a Miranda applause, a pause. A pause for Miranda with applause. That's all I require. Okay, we'll just finish off. I'll finish off with... this woman. Buckle in.
Hi, Miranda.
Brilliant.
I'm Megan McCauley, and this is my quarantine partner, Penny Lane.
Penny.
I watched your Chatty Ramble this morning and was inspired to write you a theme song. So, based on your own improvisation this morning, here is Chatty Rambles.
Chatty Rambles.
In hat or in hood, Miranda's heart is so good. Her conversations are inspirations.
Maybe just you, but thank you. Yes! Chatty Rambles. Chatty Rambles.
Miranda snaps fun while Penny shows her bum. While in the lockdown, she'll drop the mic down. But life's a shambles. Just turn on the Chambles and sing.
Go, lady! Chatty Rambles. Chatty Oh!
Alright, so I do have to make one edit. The
Yes.
line that I said, Penny shows her bum, I just did that because I saw in the film that she was doing it.
She
But it's really supposed to be
improvised on the
Penny
spot, like-
licks her bum.
Nice.
But Penny shows her bum worked for this particular video, so feel free to make any edits. I know this is a really low quality film and I don't actually own recording
I love
equipment.
this woman.
Something that I'm saving up for my music business. But I hope you enjoy it and just get
I did.
a little laugh out of it at least.
I have.
Bye. Thank you for all
Bye.
that you do.
Thank you for saying so. Oh my gosh, don't you just love that? Is Megan McCauley. And that was obviously from Facebook. I might have to get in touch with her. Didn't you love her? Oh, we've got a ukulele.
Welcome to Chatty Rambles when you're at the heart. As your host, nearly close to entertain you while you're stuck inside your own home. Peggy lying in the background and
Peggy in the background.
every time to lift your spirits and make you smile. Please enjoy Miranda's Chambles.
Nice. The trouble is that I think the bar is now pretty blooming high. Oh, you don't need to see that. Sure, I mean, it does all that's needed, doesn't it? It's not showing off. It's just... Yeah? I need to do a mashup of all of these.
A jingle for the Chamble.
Got my face. Okay, so he's combined my voice and his voice.
It's not great, is it?
No, it's not. No, it's not great. Sorry.
Coronavirus got me in shambles, so I started my chatty rambles. Chatty rambles, it's not a Chamble, no, it's a chamble. It's a chamble, yeah. Chambles.
It's kind of a bit fakey. They're all so different. Hilarious. This is the last one. Oh, hello. This is brilliant. Oh, they've absolutely bloody nailed it, haven't they? That's on brand. Who was that? That is genius. Doesn't say. But it just says, help, I can't stop. Whoever you are. Awesome. And I'm going to sign out with you, but I also love the woman. I love you all. But this is on brand and short enough on brand. What am I talking about myself as a brand? But you know what I mean. It was the Beats one. Brilliant, not me. I hope what I said has been useful. Remember, if you've got a stain, then just put a post-it on it. And keep being you, and all emotions are allowed.